This week on TNA Xplosion, Gia Miller goes around the ring with Leon Slater. The Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week. In case you missed it. And our main event, we'll see singles action as John Sklyer of the Good Hands goes one-on-one with the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. But first, it's knockouts action as Rhiannin Jade squares off with the Boricua badass, Tasha Steelz.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied by Alicia Edwards, she's the Boricua badass, Tasha Steelz.
Well, there's one thing we know, it pays to be at the side of the system, and that's why Tasha Steelz is once again accompanied tonight by Alicia Edwards.
You know, I can't blame Tasha for aligning herself with the system. I mean, she does kind of have that same sort of attitude that we've seen out of them. So it honestly makes the most sense that Tasha would end up with Alicia.
I can only imagine how Tasha Steelz feels about the Knockouts World Championship matchup. We're going to see it Bound for Glory on Saturday, October 26th, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Detroit, Michigan. Jordan Grace will defend her Knockouts World Championship against Masha Slamovich at Bound for Glory. Steelz, of course, tagged for one night only with Slamovich at Victory Road, and that relationship went up in smoke quickly.
From Southwest England, Rhiannin Jade.
Well, making her debut here on Xplosion, relentless Rhiannin Jade. I know she's excited to tear it up here in the Knockouts division and with a former Knockouts World Champion in Tasha Steelz.
Great opportunity here inside a TNA ring to make a name for herself against the woman who calls herself the greatest, who beat the greatest. Tasha Steelz, a former Knockouts World Champion, defeated the legend Mickie James back in 2022 to accomplish that feat. She's also a former Knockouts World Tag Team Champion.
Championship she won right here in Skyway Studios in Nashville alongside her former partner Kiera Hogan as part of Fire and Flavor. She may have lost a little fire, but we know Tasha doesn't lose any flavor.
And of course, all proceeds from TNA shows occurring right here in Nashville, Tennessee are being donated to the Hurricane Helene relief efforts in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where our recent television tapings were supposed to take place. We invite you to head to www.uwpiedmont.org/UnitedForAll to learn more about how you can help with the United Way of the Piedmont in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Right now, Tasha Steelz doing what she does best. Gia, how would you describe that?
I would describe it as flavorful because that's her favorite word.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Now, Rhiannin Jade trying to control Tasha Steelz, and I've asked the question earlier on about the Knockouts World title match, and we're going to see it Bound for Glory. Tasha Steelz, I think it's got to be a little bit bitter considering Masha Slamovich has answered the challenge that's been put out there by Jordan Grace, and we saw what happened at Victory Road between Steelz and Slamovich.
Yes, obviously a lot of animosity present there, and I do think you're right about that.
Cover, and a kick out. Jade's got to be careful about her ring positioning there. Referee Alice Lane on top of this.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, and there is a little...
Oh, and Alicia Edwards taking advantage while the referee was checking on Tasha Steelz. And the involvement by Alicia Edwards opens the door for Steelz.
That bitterness you mentioned in Tasha Steelz, she's using it as fuel to the fire, per se. She is letting it drive her. She is functioning out of spite and spite alone. And hey, whatever motivates you, I guess.
It was at Victory Road, which you can relive anytime on demand on TNA+. Steelz was a late substitution for Alicia Edwards, who has been in concussion protocol for a number of weeks. There's a cover and a kick out. Steelz was attempting to successfully defend the Knockouts World Tag Team titles on behalf of Alicia Edwards alongside Masha Slamovich in that do-or-die situation for Spitfire. Ultimately, Spitfire took the titles from the team of Slamovich and Steelz that evening, and things really blew up from there.
Well, I can only imagine that Alicia had this plan in the back of her mind. I mean, the system is kind of always a couple steps ahead. She was thinking if things don't work out between her and Masha.
Alicia Edwards once again taking advantage while Steelz has the attention of the referee.
What was Alicia gonna do next? And I mean, we see it right there. She's gonna take every shortcut imaginable as long as it puts her in a better position.
Jade whipped into the corner. Steelz with the uppercut.
Ooh.
Oh, kick right to the face.
Ooh.
Jade once again sent into the turnbuckle, and now a little sliced bread there by Steelz. Isn't enough. Trying to tuck both legs, was trying to get control of Jade there. Difficult situation amongst the ropes. Didn't want to fall into a situation where the pinfall would get broken up, and that opened up some time for Jade.
Well, she does call herself relentless. She will keep fighting even when the deck is stacked against her. I gotta mention,
it's been stacked against her this entire match with Alicia Edwards getting involved.
Absolutely. She has trained underneath one half of our current Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Dani Luna. So I can only imagine she's learned a lot from her and is looking to show out here tonight.
Dani Luna, who's been away from TNA Wrestling for a bit due to personal issues. We send our best to Dani Luna. And now Steelz charges a Jade on the back body drop. Big opening for Rhiannin Jade.
Now she's just got to stay on top.
Jade, big forearm shiver there to Steelz.
Man, what an opportunity to be here tonight, but what would it mean if she was able to defeat a former Knockouts World Champion?
Oh, I believe connected with a flatliner there on Steelz, and a kick out.
Wow. Very, very close, but Tasha Steelz, she is what she is for a reason. She is gonna keep going just as hard.
Jawbreaker there. Now Steelz, up to the second rope, but gets caught there by Rhiannin Jade.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, the neck breaker off of the ropes.
Ooh.
That was gnarly. Here's the cover. Oh, and a kick out by Steelz. Take another look here. This backbreaker, this neck breaker even off of the ropes. Rhiannin Jade nearly won the match right there.
Hey, I'd say it broke everything in Tasha's body.
Boot right to the face there by Steelz. Steelz getting all she can handle here tonight. Went for the Meteora, connected with the midsection. Steelz with a super kick. And now the cutter by Steelz. Cover. Steelz gets the win.
Here's your winner, Tasha Steelz.
A victory for Tasha Steelz with Alicia Edwards by her side. That is why she calls herself the greatest that beat the great.
Still to come, it's singles action as John Skyler goes one-on-one with Jonathan Gresham. But up next, TNA Plus presents From the Vault, right here on Xplosion. Welcome back to Xplosion, and now TNA Plus presents From the Vault.
And you can see he's going to take him up again and give him another. And there's no way Kirk can handle another shock treatment, and he knows it.
Angle slides down up. Oh my God!
Unbelievable ankle slam! You gotta be kidding! 2, not enough!
I don't know whether I'm more shocked that Angle got the 350-pounder up for the angle slam or the fact that Abyss kicked out.
This has just been, I mean, you gotta be impressed with both of these guys. This is why Kurt Angle is the leader of the main event mafia. This is why Abyss is one of the greatest big men. Oh, he just punched the chair right back into the face of the Olympic gold medalist. My God, he's incredible tonight.
Angle down, Angle out. Abyss picks up the chair and he's gonna wedge it between the top and middle rope to put it in play as a weapon here. A weary Angle, barely able to get up to a knee, but then comes back, looks like he was playing possum. That's exactly what he was doing.
And again, kicking those knees, kicking those legs. Oh, but he's able to block. Oh, how about that shot? He blocks it, and then he gets the low blow by Abyss, and then he just uses his head like a battering ram into the chair.
Flings him right into the chair. Here he goes. Gonna goozle him.
Oh, what a
slam.
choke slam. 1, 2, done. No way did Kurt kick out of that. No freaking way.
Abyss senses that he's got Angle in a position that you rarely see Kurt Angle in a wrestling match. Pulls him over to the middle of the ring. Steel chair gonna come into play one more time. He lays out the steel chair against the prone body of Kurt Angle. What could he be doing here?
Oh, he's just measuring, he's just getting his breath. He knows this is the finishing blow. He knows if he hits it, Mike, it's over. He's got to get the full weight on that chair, and I mean, think about it. Could crush the ribs, but he took too long, and Kurt Angle played possum and got out of the way.
Angle able to slide out and now pick up the chair, and as Abyss gets to my God, you can just hear that sick thud as steel meets flesh. The shot to the top of the head, and now Angle positions the chair across Abyss, and Angle gonna go moonsault.
No way! He just hit the moonsault on the chair, and look at Abyss! Abyss, you're kidding! Was able to push him off. Man, we're watching something special here, folks.
Oh, you can just feel it. Crowd, from the absolute moment these two hit the ring, they have been on fire. And needless to say, this Falls Count Anywhere match has not let us down. Abyss catches Angle right in mid-move, sets him up to the shoulder. Remember, the chair's still there if he wants to use it.
Oh, it's gonna be a pile driver? Oh, but look at Kurt worked his way to the ankle, and now he's got it since.
Gonna go tombstone, but not the case. Instead, there it is. That's the way that you break that ankle lock. Use the free leg. Black hole slam.
Black hole slam. 1, 2. Oh, come on. Unreal.
He's used the shock treatment. He's used the choke slam. He's used the black hole slam. And every time, Kurt Angle miraculously has kicked out.
He's punched chairs in his face. He's thrown him through walls. I mean, think about Abyss and what he's taken. I mean, Kurt's thrown everything at him. Maybe the greatest forward moonsault off a stage we've ever seen. And Abyss got up. And Kurt, look at him. It's like he wants to get out of here. It's like, what more can I do? I can't beat him. He knows it. And Abyss senses it as Abyss comes after him.
Angle on hands and knees, finally gets up to his feet, and Kurt going through the guardrail one more time, trying to avoid Abyss. Where's Angle headed? You can see that he's backed on by the Spanish broadcast table. Willie Urbina, Hector Guerrero trying to move out of the way.
He's caught. Look at this. He just pushes them.
Oh my God.
He just pushes them right off of their table. Oh man, he's figuring, what do I gotta do? Well then he's gonna, look at this. He's crawling up even higher. And Abyss only has one thing in mind, and that's following.
Angle kicking at Abyss, and Angle I don't know how high he can go. I don't think he can climb to the roof, but he's climbing up the scaffolding to try and get away, and Abyss is right there. Abyss is just right underneath him.
Kurt trying to find a place of power, but he's got himself stuck as Abyss brings him down and then hits him in the head, and you can just see Kurt slink down.
Look at the motion from Abyss, pointing down to the Spanish broadcast table below. You know what he wants to do, Don? He wants to take him and slam him from way up there through the table.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how these guys are even still breathing. Oh man, he's got him up. He's got him, he's gonna punch slam him right on the table. But Kurt fights it, turns him around, and gets that uppercut and smashes Abyss right through the Spanish announce table. What a shot!
European uppercut from the scaffolding. Abyss crashing, just completely demolishing the Spanish broadcast table.
And then
Angle cover.
1, 2, got it.
Your winner, Kurt Angle.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was freaking awesome.
Right today, that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
And now it's time for the Don West. You've got to be kidding me. Top 5 trending topics of the week in honor of the late great TNA Hall of Famer, Don West. At number 5, it's been made official for Saturday, October 26th, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Detroit. Mike Santana gets his hands on the face of the franchise Moose at Bound for Glory. At number 4, we invite you to head to watch.tnawrestling.com now to take advantage of a special discounted seasonal world champion plan that gives you all access to TNA Plus from now into January, including our next 3 live events, Bound for Glory, Turning Point, and Final Resolution. Again, head to watch.tnawrestling.com now and take advantage of our special discounted seasonal world champion plan before this offer expires on the day of Bound for Glory. At number 3, for the first time since 2015, a Full Metal Mayhem match will see championships suspended above the ring in order to win the match. It'll be the Hardys against the System, against the ABC for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Full Metal Mayhem at Bound for Glory. At number 2, the hits keep on coming for Detroit, Michigan on October 26th. It'll be Speedball Mike Bailey defending his X Division Championship against Vikingo at Bound for Glory. And at number 1, the bad blood between these two stems all the way back to Bound for Glory in 2022. They'll go at it one more time. Masha Slamovich challenges Jordan Grace for the Knockouts World Championship on TNA's greatest stage, Bound for Glory. Still to come, it's John Skyler going one-on-one with Jonathan Gresham. But up next, it's Around the Ring with Gia Miller, starring Leon Slater. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Around the Ring. As always, I am Gia Miller, and today I'm sitting down with none other than Leon Slater. Leon, thank you for taking the time to sit with me today.
Of course.
I'm very excited to have you. You've been a great addition to the locker room, I must say. I could not believe, like, you're so mature. Like, I couldn't believe you were 19 when I met you, and I was I was like, this boy is 19. Oh my gosh. Like, because you're just so, like, you're just so collected. And
I try my best.
Yes,
I mean, I try my
you're
best.
You're very well behaved. You're well behaved.
Yeah, I'm on my best behavior when I come over here.
Especially in comparison to other, like, 20-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very well behaved. But so I'm happy to have you. Thank you for sitting down.
Of course.
So the audience knows, but I'll cue you in.
Yes.
We don't talk about wrestling on this show.
Perfect.
Now, we know that you're an incredible wrestler, so we want to get a little bit more than that.
Okay.
I need to know, like, what's close to your heart? Like, what's the most important thing to you in this moment that you can think of?
In this moment right now, the first thing, when you asked me that question, the first thing that sprung to my mind was my dogs, my pets.
Oh.
I love my pets.
We love talking about puppers on this show.
Yes. So right now I got 3 puppers at home. We got Kit Kat, we got Tutu, and we got Lucky.
Oh, great name.
Yeah, and Kit Kat is Tutu's mum, and they're Pouchon, so it's like a mix between a poodle and a Bichon.
Oh, wow.
And Lucky, we'll get into Lucky. He's a straight up Bichon. Me and him don't really get along, but Kit Kat and Tutu, lots of love.
Wow.
Lots of love.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how old or how long have you had them?
So,
give me the rundown.
I think I could be wrong here. Mom, if you're watching this, you gotta correct me. I think Kit Kat is 8. I think Tutu is 5 or 6, and I think Lucky's like 8 or 9 too.
Okay. So what's the beef between you and Lucky?
I don't know. You gotta ask him. You have to ask him.
We'll have to
So the way that we had Lucky is my grandparents had Lucky originally, and obviously as they get older and like they can't go up the stairs as nice, like they can't take him on as long a walk. So we ended up like kind of inheriting him, right?
Yeah.
And like every time my grandparents would come over for Christmas, for birthdays, like Lucky would be cool. Me and Lucky were cool.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he moved in, I don't know if it's because I'm here a lot of the time and like he thinks it's his house, but like anytime I step through the door, it's like me and him got beef, and I don't know why, but like I can't shut a door, I can't turn the sink on, I can't have a shower without him hearing me upstairs and just going
He's just looking at you like this.
Yes, he thinks he's the man of the house. I think that's what it is.
Like this guy's coming and stepping on my turf.
Yes. I think that's what it is.
That makes a lot of sense, especially with a Bichon. They're very like, it's something about little dogs.
Yes.
They think that they're like the size of a Great Dane.
It's the little man syndrome, right? Like they're trying to make up for something that they don't have.
Exactly. I know, like Chihuahuas, wiener dogs.
Yes.
All the little ones are so cute, but it's like those are the ones you gotta watch them.
Exactly. And like EY had his dogs here on this loop, right? Like,
oh my gosh.
Yes, and they were so sweet, but like they look terrifying.
Right.
They are terrifying dogs, but they are the sweetest creatures you'll ever see. And Lucky, he looks like the sweetest creature you ever see. He looks like cotton candy, innit? But like, he is the nastiest dog I've ever had. I don't know what his problem is.
That's so funny. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because when I had Eric Young on Around the Ring, that's what we talked about was his dogs.
You talked about his dogs?
Yeah. We talked about his dogs because we all converge with that. Our fur babies. Now I have cats, but I've had dogs my whole life. And I always had a tiny one and then a huge one. So like for the last probably 8 years, I've had a Pomeranian and then a Great Dane.
Oh wow! So that's really the difference.
Oh yeah. And the personalities to match. The Great Dane just wants to lay in your lap. She just wants to nap and hang out, and then Puka. she's another story.
She's a different breed.
Yeah. Okay, well, so we're gonna have to get Lucky's side of the story, I think.
Yes,
so,
we gotta get Lucky on this show.
Yeah, we'll have to get Lucky on. But thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Of course.
We're gonna have you back too. Because
with Lucky this time. If he wants to come.
Oh, we'll do like a Mari sort of situation.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll be the mediator for everything.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, we're gonna settle this beef. Anyway, Leon, thank you so much.
Of course.
Guys,
thank you.
This has been Around the Ring.
Up next, did you miss anything from Impact? No problem, as we'll get you all caught up. It's In Case You Missed It, next on Xplosion. Welcome back to Xplosion, and now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
When I tried to show the referee that he put Knuckles in my ring jacket,
When Nemeth did the
and
right
Joe
thing.
Henry's had gotten
What
away.
are you talking about? Nemeth didn't put
Nick
brass
was
knuckles
one of
in
the
your
boys. I guess
jacket.
not.
No, of course not. To hang around this character too long.
Yeah, no kidding. That world title is corrupted.
Wait a minute, we're thinking about radio silence. Face first into the top turnbuckle. DDT
That
by
could be it right
Nemeth.
there.
Cover. Hook to the inside leg. Cardona gets the left shoulder up in
There you
time.
go, Matt.
Remember, at Bound for Glory, 1 week away from Saturday, October 26th, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Detroit. Nick Nemeth will defend his TNA World title against Joe Hendry, and that same night, Matt Cardona will battle PCO for both the PCO's championships in Monsters Ball.
That Monsters Ball match is going to be as ugly as a Penn State game, let me tell you that.
Ooh, that is pretty rough. That is not going to be a great night for Matt Cardona or PCO.
Implant DDT, here's the cover. And a kick out by
Could have been
Nemeth.
it.
Did you even go to college, Frankie? That's what I thought.
Your mom goes to college.
This match
When you look
continues.
this good and you are that talented, you don't need to.
We saw Pick Your Poison play out earlier on tonight. Matt Cardona
tried to put Rhino in the path of PCO, tried to get PCO's best man beast to take both his championships from PCO. Perfect Creation won, retained the titles, and endured. Now this is the other side of Pick Your Poison, as chosen by Steph DeLander and PCO. Nemeth in the path of Cardona. Super kick! Super kick! Cover! Oh, Cardona is still in it.
What's your poison, Tom? Pick your poison. Let me guess, Kool-Aid. Tang, Crystal Light, a virgin pina colada. That's what it is,
Shirley
a virgin
Temple.
pina colada. Shirley Temple.
There you go.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due for PCO and Steph DeLander. This is a hell of an opponent chosen for Matt Cardona. Like you said, Tom, know each other very well. He is the world champion.
Good counter. Good counter.
And
Trying to
look
set
at
up for
this.
Take his
danger
head off.
zone. Cardona held onto the top rope and
Finish him
prevented
off, Matt.
danger zone. Trying to set up Nemeth there, one of the power bomb. Back elbow there. Uh-oh. Famouser, center of the ring.
Come on, Matt, kick out.
Cover.
Set it up.
Oh, and a kick out by Cardona.
What a match. You know, two of the very best in there right now. Two of the absolute best that TNA has to offer.
Our referee, Daniel Spencer, checking on both Nemeth and
Jay
Cardona.
He is a J, bro.
Oh, he's, yeah.
What's your problem with the ref?
What's my problem with the ref?
Oh, and
Wow,
a low
right
blow
on
by
cue.
Cardona.
You see, a competent referee would have caught that. What's my problem with the ref? God,
It was behind the referee's
it writes
back.
itself.
Kaz likes guys who can do their job.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
why he hates you, Tom.
That is a big part of it.
Hold on.
Oh, what the heck's going on? I've had enough of storms for this week, man.
Cardona's worst nightmare. He's got his security, but will it be enough?
PCO is here in the impact zone.
The French-Canadian Frankenstein assaulting Cardona's security.
Cardona didn't pay enough, apparently.
Yeah, they're making business decisions. Oh,
Should be a
danger
DQ.
zone. Cover. Nemeth beats Cardona.
Here's your winner, the TNA World Champion, Nemeth.
Well, some shenanigans on the play there, courtesy of PCO. And what the hell is he doing?
Miscarriage of justice.
PCO getting a piece of Matt Cardona in advance of Bound for Glory.
Where is he taking him? What is going on? And now, Frankie.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, Frankie Kazarian assaulting Nick Nemeth from behind.
Adding a message here. Kaz was saying he's going to be part of the world title match at Bound for Glory.
I don't know what he's talking about. He's lost his mind.
Well, speaking of a title match, there's your #1 contender.
Joe Hendry backing up Nick Nemeth. Plenty of history between Kazarian, Hendry, and Nemeth. Oh, now look at this. Nemeth and Hendry working together against Kazarian.
There'll be opponents at Bound for Glory for the world title.
Champion and challenger side by side.
Oh, you think that's funny? Did you marks enjoy these idiots manhandling me? Well, I got something you're all going to enjoy, and it's right here. You see, it's been made official. The special guest referee for the world title match at Bound for Glory will be the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian.
Now that's a decision I can get behind.
How in the world did Kazarian pull this off? Nemeth and Hendry for the TNA World title. Refereed by Frankie Kazarian at Bound for Glory. Up next, it's our Xplosion main event as John Skyler goes one-on-one with Jonathan Gresham. That is next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for your main event.
The following contest
All
is
right,
set for
shut
one
up! Shut up! Shut up! Trust me, all you hicks here in Tennessee are gonna want to hear this. For quite some time, all we've heard about is what a great technical wrestler Jonathan Gresham is. We're not buying it. No. You see, as good as Jonathan Gresham is, as many holes as Jonathan Gresham knows, I'm one hole better. So Jonathan Gresham, I want you to lace them up tight and grab your best hold, kid, because you're about to get stretched by these good hands.
One hold better, he's about to show you.
Well, we're ready for action here inside Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. John Skyler talking a big game with the Octopus incoming.
His opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
And listen, I understand the point that John Skyler is driving at. Jonathan Gresham is certainly one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. I don't know if it's terribly smart by Skyler to try and poke the proverbial bear.
Yeah, poke the bear, poke the octopus, however you want to put it. One thing's clear, John Skyler just really loves to hear himself talk.
Jonathan Gresham, as we've seen him as of late in the variety of X Division showcase style of matches, the thing I love about calling a Jonathan Gresham match, Gia, is that he can win in so many different ways. He can win at any given time. He's that talented.
Absolutely, and I feel like every time I see him in the ring, I see something that I've never seen from anyone before. I mean, a true innovator in the sport that is pro wrestling.
So it's Skyler to face Gresham here on TNA Xplosion. Remember, 1 week from tomorrow, we'll be live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Detroit, Michigan for Bound for Glory, our biggest event of the year. You can get your tickets now via etix.com. And Gresham versus Skyler about to get underway here. A sign of sportsmanship here by Gresham, as very customary throughout Gresham's career. Skyler showing a lot of disrespect for Jonathan Gresham here.
Oh.
What the? And it appears we have company here in the impact zone.
What? I'm very confused. What? Why is Josh Alexander?
Representing the Northern Armory, we are joined here on commentary by Josh Alexander. We were just talking about Bound for Glory on 1 week from tomorrow in Detroit, Michigan. You will go one-on-one with Steve Macklin at Bound for Glory. So is that why you came out here, Josh, to talk about that?
Oh, I'm out here for several reasons. You know, I want to get a first-hand look at some great wrestling action. We have the most decorated Ring of Honor champion, the man that kept that company alive, in Jonathan Gresham over here, and John Sklyer, the Good Hands. I'm a big fan of them as well. Don't worry about Steve Macklin right now, Tom. Gia, I'd say I'm happy to see you, but obviously I never am.
Jason Hodge grabbing a hold of Gresham behind the referee's back, and that helped John Skyler take advantage.
Maybe the ref should keep her eyes open.
Well, Josh, I mean, I am surprised to see you out here. I know you are a fan of the way that the Good Hands typically operate. Are you looking to maybe add some new blood to the Northern Armory? Do they really qualify?
I mean, you can just call us TNA, the Northern Army. Just tighten it up into an acronym. We are TNA, Gia. And yes, of course, I'm looking to add some new blood, but you need to have that killer instinct that makes you special, that made Josh Alexander the walking weapon what he is. Judas Icarus, Travis Williams, they both had that killer instinct. I'm gonna see if these guys have it too, I guess.
Do you think that's what Eric Young had in mind when he was trying to get through to you a number of weeks ago, saying that you were going down the wrong path, how he's tried to get Steve Macklin to go down the right path, and instead you turn Travis Williams and Judas Icarus into your attack plans?
You talk about right path, right, wrong path, all these things. I think I'm on the right path right now. I'm having the most fun, being the most successful I've been in a very long time, Tom. I'm heading into Bound for Glory. I'm going to embarrass Steve Macklin. So I don't think I'm in a bad spot right now. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. This is the right path for Josh Alexander.
I'm sorry, Josh. I have a hard time understanding how you can feel that way after everything that you've seen over your tenure here at TNA. You've seen a lot of people come and go. You've seen a lot of people go about things in a lot of different ways, and you've advised against it in the past. I just don't really comprehend why you think this is the best course of action.
Well, it takes experience it firsthand, Gia. That's all it is. You see, I did things the right way. I cared about what the fans were. I worked my ass off in that ring to try to elevate this company and do all the right things. And the second I tore my tricep and I had to give up that TNA World Championship in the middle of that ring, the second I did that, the fans, they turned their back on me.
But I would argue that while you were doing things the right way, you were successful. You were the longest reigning champion here in TNA. How can you turn a complete 180 from that?
I mean, very easily, Gia. It was up to the fans. The fans made their choice, and they want to turn their backs on me. That's fine. I'm going to do things my way, on my time, by my rules from now on.
Josh, that's BS. When you came back from your torn triceps, you got yourself right back into the thick of things, competing for the TNA World Championship at Bound for Glory last year. Here's the cover and a kick out. Is it possible that because you didn't recapture the title you were never beaten for, that you got frustrated, and that's why you attacked Joe Hendry at Slammiversary? Cover.
No, me attacking Joe Hendry at Slammiversary had to do with the fans. The fans at the end of the day, they see a shiny new toy. They see Joe Hendry coming out here doing nothing like I did to earn their respect. He didn't earn anything from the fans. He came out here, made videos, sang some songs. All of a sudden, they love him and get behind him. He doesn't represent what TNA was. Many of these people don't. The fans have lost their way. That's all it is.
So this is a validation thing. You didn't feel like you were getting enough love from the fans. Is that right?
Yeah, maybe it was. And now that I don't have that love, I'm going to be able to look myself in the mirror and know I'm doing it for me and not for anybody else from here on out, Tom.
So when it comes to Bound for Glory, you and Steve Macklin, you two have plenty of history. For the better part of a year, he targeted you, scouted you, trying to take the TNA World Championship from you. You talked about it. You tore your triceps. You had to relinquish the championship. You two clashed at Victory Road in 2023. That went your way. In what world could you see this going differently, potentially a week from tomorrow at Bound for Glory?
Going differently than it has in the past? I don't think it will at all, Tom. I have Steve Macklin's number, and more than that, now I'm in Steve Macklin's head. This man's the one that's confused. This man's the one that's lost his way. Right path, wrong path. He's on no path to success, and it's very clear. You're talking about one of the worst TNA World Champions of all time. Sure, he has that caveat. He has that little thing to put on his accolades of things he's done. But what, he held the championship, defended it successfully once?
Cover. Twice. There's the cover and a kick out there.
How many times did I defend it successfully, Tom?
Well over 10 times.
Longer than anybody in this company's history. Thank you.
All I'm saying is, Josh, after what you, Icarus, and Williams did to Eric Young and Steve Macklin last night on Impact, you're smiling over there and you're laughing. What you guys did to Macklin is you gave him motivation. And this is a guy who did 2 tours in Afghanistan with motivation plenty to get through that muck. You don't think he's going to bring you a fight at Bound for Glory?
Oh, I'm sure he'll bring me a fight. I want him to bring me a fight. I want him to be angry. That's where I rise to the occasion, Tom. At the end of the day, I have more heart. I've spilled more blood, sweat, and tears on that canvas than anybody in this company's history. I've been in there with the killers of killers. And you think Steve Macklin's going to be any different? I knock them all down, Tom.
If we can attempt to focus on this matchup here.
Whoa.
Gresham gets the submission against John Skyler.
Here is your winner by tap out, Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham endured here. Josh, I have to ask, what'd you think about that?
I mean, he's concentrating on a lot of holds. He doesn't have that killer instinct I'm talking about, that thing that makes you special. I'm sure he can find all the success here at TNA if he actually changed his attitude. Oh, that knee hurts. That knee hurts. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that wheel. That's nice. Come on.